I won't believe what Homelander does. Brace yourself for a roller coaster ride in The Boys Season 4, Episode 5. In previous episode, Homelander unleashes his fury, brutally slaughtering Vought scientists who tormented him as a child. In a twisted turn, he spares Barbara, condemning her to a fate worse than death. Meanwhile, Hughie strikes a desperate deal with A-Train for Compound V, only to back out at the last second. But wait, his mother, Daphne, takes matters into her own hands, injecting Hugh with the dangerous substance to bring him back from the brink. Annie's world explodes as Firecracker leaks her abortion records, igniting a fierce public showdown. Robert Singer swiftly cuts ties with Annie, leaving her career in shambles. In a heart-stopping moment, Butcher's confrontation with Ezekiel hints at hidden superpowers. Will this change everything? Frenchie finally confesses his dark secret to Colin, admitting to the murder of his family. The tension is palpable as Kimiko comes face-to-face with a ghost from her past. Buckle up for Episode 5, where Hugh's resurrection and a mysterious soupy farm take center stage. The boys are about to dive headfirst into another mind-bending adventure. The V752 Expo kicks off The Boys Episode 5, skewering the Marvel Cinematic Universe and society's obsession with pop culture. Firecracker spews anti-abortion rhetoric, leading to the Starlight House's destruction. MM's daughter Janine brawls with a classmate over Homelander's whitewashed image. Monique warns MM about losing Janine to soupy obsession, echoing Todd's fate. Meanwhile, Sister Sage's piercing gaze unsettles A-Train during his The Blind Side-inspired biopic presentation. He realizes she might know about his involvement in leaking footage of her killing Homelander fans, including Todd. A-Train's heart races as he grasps the gravity of his situation. Sister Sage now wields the power to end him. At Vought Tower, Adam Bork's attempts to lure Ryan into superhero propaganda fall flat. Homelander, in a surprising twist, encourages Ryan to follow his own path. Seizing the moment, Homelander demonstrates their superiority over Bork. 1. Forces Bork to surrender his possessions. Challenges Ryan to defend Bonnie, his personal assistant, Co. Watches as Ryan humiliates Bork publicly. Incites Bonnie to physically assault Bork. Ryan, emboldened by his father's approval, revels in this display of power. He learns a dangerous lesson: might makes right. Without hesitation, Ryan embraces extrajudicial violence, believing his status as a soupy justifies such actions. This pivotal moment marks Ryan's descent into darkness as he internalizes the notion that being in charge means wielding unchecked power, a troubling development for the young superhero. Ashley, no longer in charge, faces a harsh reality check from Cameron Coleman. He rebuffs her sexual advances, stating her lack of authority makes her unappealing. Meanwhile, tensions escalate between Sister Sage and Firecracker, with the latter accusing Sister Sage of underestimating others. A train desperately seeks Ashley's help to throw Sister Sage off his trail. When Ashley hesitates, A-Train blackmails her with threats to expose her illegal activities. Cornered, Ashley devises a plan. In a shocking twist, Cameron Coleman becomes the fall guy for leaking footage of staged Homelander fan deaths. The Seven brutally crush him to death, witnessed by Kate Dunlap and Sam from Gen V. It's revealed that Ashley orchestrated Coleman's framing, simultaneously saving A-Train and exacting revenge on Coleman. What's Butcher's bold move? Butcher makes a game-changing decision. Kessler urges Butcher to ditch the crumbling team and pursue a solo mission against the Supes. Butcher reveals a bombshell. Godolkin University has created a soup-killing virus. The virus, lethal to anyone with Compound V, is now in Victoria Newman's possession. Butcher proposes a daring plan to steal and weaponize the virus against Homelander. The team secures a presidential pardon for Stan Edgar to aid their mission. Edgar initially hesitates but agrees to help after learning Newman transformed Zoe into a monster. The race is on to locate Newman's virus stash and save Zoe from further experimentation. Butcher's audacious strategy sets the stage for an explosive confrontation with Newman and potentially Homelander himself. The tension skyrockets as Edgar leads Annie, Kimiko, Frenchie, Butcher, and MM to Newman's secret farmhouse. They burst in, expecting to find a lab for the soup-killing virus, but instead discover chaos and destruction. Amidst the wreckage, a lone bunny sits, being injected with Temp V. Suddenly, Newman herself storms in, her eyes blazing with fury. She nearly obliterates the team, believing they've ransacked her lab and kidnapped her husband, Samir. Edgar intervenes, desperately trying to convince Newman of the boy's innocence. He urges her to join forces with them to unravel the mystery behind the lab massacre. As Edgar and Newman clash over their past and Zoe's future, MM pulls Butcher aside. "What's the plan once we find the virus?" he demands. Butcher's eyes narrow as he reveals their strategy. Annie will blind Newman with her powers, giving Butcher the chance to strike with the virus, ending Newman's head-popping reign of terror. But there's a hitch in their plan. After the firecracker incident, Annie's powers seem to have vanished, much like Peter Parker's in Spider-Man 2. The team now faces a critical question. Can they take down Newman without their secret weapon? Butcher and his team stumble upon a shocking discovery: superpowered chickens capable of bursting through human chests and impervious to bullets. Suspicion immediately falls on Newman, with Butcher accusing her of setting them up for a gruesome demise. Tensions explode as Newman lashes out, revealing Butcher's secret deal to protect Ryan in exchange for burying dirt on her. Trust shatters within the group, but MM urges focus on the pressing mystery at hand. As they press deeper into the farm, conflict erupts between Newman and Annie. Newman taunts Annie about her wavering composure affecting her powers, further fraying nerves. Butcher makes a chilling find: a Temp V-injected bunny sprouting tentacles. Confronted with this ominous harbinger of his own fate, he brutally crushes the creature. Frenchie grapples with his past sins, convinced he's destined for damnation. But there's no time for introspection as the team suddenly finds itself under vicious attack by a horde of vampiric, souped-up sheep. The group rushes to a nearby barn for shelter, stumbling upon Samir. He spills the beans about the farm's secret: V-injected hamsters, a soup-killing virus experiment gone wrong, and contaminated groundwater turning animals into carnivorous monsters. With only one dose of the virus left, MM suggests injecting it into a dead scientist for the animals to consume. Butcher argues to keep the valuable virus, but the group decides to use it on the soupy animals. The plan succeeds, decimating the mutant creatures. Stan, Newman, Annie, Butcher, Kimiko, Frenchie, and MM survive, but Samir vanishes. Only his leg remains. Stan's pardon crumbles, landing him back in jail, but Newman orchestrates his escape. Frenchie turns himself in for Colin's family's murder and past crimes, the shocking twist. Butcher faked Samir's death, severing his leg as a decoy. He and Kessler secretly hold Samir captive, forcing him to recreate the soupy-killing virus, using traces from an infected sheep's carcass. Huey and Daphne are shocked to find Hugh's dad alive, thanks to Compound V. As they catch up, Daphne gives Huey her engagement ring for Annie. She apologizes for abandoning them. Hugh explains why he gave Daphne power of attorney. Suddenly, Hugh forgets Daphne left the room, raising Huey's suspicions. Things quickly spiral out of control. Hugh goes on a murderous rampage through the hospital. He phases through objects like X-Men's Kitty Pryde. Huey realizes Compound V caused a mental glitch. In a race against time, Huey discovers there's no cure for Hugh's condition, realizes they must end Hugh's life, waits for a moment of lucidity, gives his father a peaceful death. This tragic turn of events teaches a valuable lesson about letting go when it's time. While Daphne's actions were understandable, they led to unforeseen consequences, highlighting the dangers of using unknown substances like Compound V to resurrect loved ones.